Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry it's been quite a while since I've done a vlog. I've been very busy, and I know I say that a lot, but a little bit extra busy than usual. And as you guys may or may not know, I guess you could say the last week or two, it seems like it's been kind of depressing and just a lot of bad stuff going on. Things are just very, very terrible, and just yeah. But things are getting a lot better, and I guess you could say I'm just getting up and running and, getting back to doing everything the way before and everything, and just, trying to, get into a better state and everything because, no one likes, when things just get crappy in your life or bad things happen, or when things are just going bad for just about everybody, and, just really just hard. It's good to just, it's one of those things. It's like when bad things happen in your life, you don't need to pretend that they're not there because they are there. You can't really ignore reality, but at the same time you still need to keep on going forward and don't let that stuff drag you down, or at least not that much. Still care and pay attention to that stuff, but not to the point that you're just as depressed as someone else or anything like that, really. And I'm just doing my best to where pretty much get back to, just doing videos and just, having fun and just looking for interesting things to do and just get my schedule sorted out in a great way and everything, and I guess you could say, the last, 4 days or few days to a week, have been pretty decent. Things have been kind of wrapping up and getting better and everything. On the gaming channel, things have gotten quite a lot better, actually better than expected. I mean, I don't know why. This is one of those weird things that's it kind of has to do with some other things I've talked about, and I'm sure a lot of people have noticed and talked about, like, man, why is it that the stupid videos get so many views, and the ones that get are the cheapest made or the one that involve the least amount of work or effort are the ones that get the most views, but the ones that you put the most effort into don't get as many views. But in this case, it's more like, when I'm busy and I have a lot of drama going on in my life and just, bills and everything and just a lot of stuff going on, I guess you could say kind of it's kind of weird to see things. I'm trying to think of the word. When you're more busy, the video or the channel gets better. Things are going great for it and getting even better. But it's like when you're doing videos continuously and you're working hard and putting a lot of effort into stuff, and just making a lot of videos and stuff. Things are just going not as good as you would expect, actually. And that's one of those things I still don't quite understand, but it's one of those things that just happens, and you can't really do much about it except to just keep on trying, really. And I got a comment from someone that one of my subscribers recently, and I found it interesting that I have a lot of guys subscribe to me that have more subs than me. Some have 1,000. One guy has like 6K. I've had at one point a guy that had 10 or 20,000, but he unsubscribed quite a while back, so I kind of feel bad, But he never commented even once, I don't think so. But if I would have known why he unsubscribed, then I would try to do whatever I can to make the videos better, and whatever made him unsubscribe, or maybe I was just too busy that week and he was disappointed I didn't do any videos that week. But anyways, back to the main point is that things are generally getting better on the channel right now. I'm at 184 subs last time I checked, so I'm about to hit 185. God, I just hit 175 recently. And it seems I'm gaining one every single day, and sometimes two, in one day. And I've had lost 2 subscribers within the last week or two, which kind of makes me feel bad and everything like that. But for the longest amount of time, I did not lose a single subscriber. I just kept on gaining. I kept on getting new subscribers without losing any, which was really, really great. But, those might have been just some new subscribers that, subscribed for a little while and then was like, nah, I'm not going to stay here, or something like that, and then, decided to unsubscribe. But, I really don't know who they were actually, or at least one of them was. So, I mean, that kind of sucks, but, you really can't do much about it, except to just keep on going forward and doing the best to make videos best as possible. So, have hit once 84 subs, not going to be long till we hit 200. Gosh, I want to do something special for 200, but I'm probably going to wait till 250 because that's really when it's going to be going great. And right now, I'm thinking about doing some things for the channel, just, for a special occasion, and just because, it makes me happy. And things I just want to do, I tell my subscribers how much, how happy I am, how much they've supported me and everything, and just, how far they've gotten me and gotten the channel, and, how, awesome, just how awesome they are overall. And, on one of my most recent videos, I actually was surprised by how, had a pretty good number of comments on it. And, people were, talking about different things and, telling me what they thought and everything. And, it was really great to see that kind of feedback. But, oh yeah, anyways, back to where I was, that guy that had 600 subs. I was surprised to see him say, I am so surprised, how, you don't get very many subs, which I've had people say similar things like that a couple of times before. But he ended up also talking about how he watches about all my videos, and they're all really really good, and I make really good, great quality content, and he enjoys every single video. And seeing that kind of stuff every now and then, even when it's from different people, no matter who it's from, it's a really great thing to see sometimes. And I'm not the bragging type, I really am not, but sometimes I could kind of see, like, okay, yeah, and see how my videos have gotten better over time, and it's not just something they're seeing. I can see it too, but in just different ways and just portion of it. Probably it's probably a big difference to them, like, oh god, the videos from last month are nowhere near as good as this month's videos or something like that. But I have gotten at least better, because as you may or may not notice in this video, I feel like I'm talking to myself in my own inner conscience or something. But I pretty much I haven't messed up as much. Well, I just did now, but I haven't been messing up very much in this video. And I just did an anime review for episode 325 of Naruto Shippuden, and I did not mess up. I did not have to cut it up into segments or anything. I did really great on that video. Like I said, I'm not trying to brag. I could have went a little bit more in depth and done things the way I love to do them and everything like that. But I did mention everything I meant to and everything like that. And I still think I did a great, job on the video. It was exciting and it was positive and everything like that. And I brought up everything that I wanted to, and maybe later I'll forget one thing, but you really can't control that kind of stuff. All you can do is try your best, and that's why people write down stuff. But I actually didn't write it down, but nah. That's just because I feel like I get overly objective on that stuff, and maybe sometimes I'll get things mixed up depending on which order I put the things. And, sometimes I'll have, like, let's just say on the gaming channel, when I have one thing, and I want to transition it into this thing, like, well, since we're talking about servers and stuff like that, I'm going to talk about, Elder Scrolls Online. That just kind of makes sense, and sometimes I'll end up doing the wrong order or in a way that doesn't make sense, and I just, those big words really, really stand out, and it really doesn't get me into a conversation where I'm really talking about it more. At least not in a way without me messing up or something, so. But it's really great to see, progression as far as the videos go and everything like that. And, it's one of those things that kind of naturally happens over time, at least I feel so, is, naturally over time, you get better at, just talking and interacting and knowing what to say and how to say it and everything like that. And I think it feels better just to be yourself and don't just talk about, what the camera wants to hear or anything like that, Just really, really be honest, at least not to the point that you're just being a straight up fanboy or something like that, then, but, there are going to be fanboys, of course, but, it's at least, good to do things in a way where, you're not at least being, ruthless or bashful or anything like that, but at least getting your, your opinion pointed across, on things, at least, describe to them why you think that or something like that. And, some people don't like to express their opinion or put it out there because they feel like they'll get judged too much, which does quite make sense, especially on YouTube and how things go and everything like that. But, I feel like it naturally over time, I've gotten better at making videos. And I'm not going to lie, when I watch my videos from when I first started, they are freaking garbage. They really are. And I've even watched the videos from earlier this year. I'm not going to lie, when I was actually editing these videos, I could not stand watching it myself. Like, that was the one thing I hated the most, actually, out of making these videos, was I hated doing the editing because I had to use my, I had an external microphone, although it's nowhere near as good as this one. I felt like, just having to get the audio line, with the talking and everything like that, and just, what's the word, the timing right, of when I said something in the video and, the audio file from the microphone and everything like that, getting it and everything is like, God, I can't stand to hear myself. And it's not just, well, that does make sense because you get annoyed because, you don't know, when you hear yourself differently than how the microphone picks it up, or at least when you listen to yourself on the stereo is better than how you hear yourself in your head. So it's quite different. And, it's one of those annoying things, but I've gotten over it, but I've actually gotten to the point, I've enjoyed my videos more, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually had a few times when I've actually, while editing a video and just watching out for certain things, like, okay, I need to cut this out, or cut right here, or anything like that, and I get to a point where I'm just like, I'm actually watching my own video almost all the way through, like, even my vlog sometimes. At one point, I watched, about 7-9 minutes into it, and I was like, God, I'm supposed to be editing this, not watching it, and it's really great when it gets to that point. That's a really great sign and everything like that. And like I said, I'm not the bragging type, but that I really like seeing that because at least that's a great thing to see, as far as, the viewers, it's great to just know that, you are getting better at producing content and everything like that, And there was a lot of other things I want to talk about in this video, so I'm going to try to at least get onto that. But, you know, things are going great. You know, the monthly views have hit 3,500, or they've just went up and up and up and up. And the most recent time I checked, it was at 3,550. So it might be hitting 3,600, which it only hit once, but it was just for a second, it seemed like. But, you know, it's getting really, really good. And once I get partner and everything, that's gonna be great, because, you know, since I haven't been putting my outros and intros on my videos, I haven't been getting, you know, any issues with monetizing them. But every now and then I'll get that one video that just does not get monetized for whatever reason. It's just so mind-boggling and stupid, you know. And just going with a partnership, you know, and everything like that. Like I said, I talked to someone else in the past about it and everything like that, and they said, you know, well, you know, it's, you know, they didn't like the fact that they're going to be getting a share of the money. It's like, I don't really care about the money. I really, really don't. But even if you were paying attention to the money, you cared about it, you know, if you cared about that much about the money, look at it this way. You know, some of my videos, you know, by the YouTube would take so long to review a video to know whether or not it should be certified for, you know, monetizing, that by the time it's actually gotten 100 or even 200 views, they finally got done reviewing it. So it takes so long that it's like, well, look at it this way. When I get my partnership, all of them will be instantly monetized, and those first 100 or 200 views will be monetized. So that will be kind of like, that's going to be kind of the share that the network's going to be going. But I just care more about the benefits, because it's really going to help out, you know. And I'd love to get some great music and stuff and have some great features and be able to do some awesome stuff. And it's just going to be awesome. And it's just, you know, you gain a lot of stuff. So, I mean, what's not to be happy about, really? But one of the other things we'll talk about is, you know, as far as been repairing Xbox 360s and everything like that, you know, I guess you could say, I've recently ran into a system that I can't quite repair. You know, it's an Xbox 360. It's the oldest one ever made. 3-prong. It uses over 200 watts of power instead of 150 or 175 like some of the newer fat Xbox 360s. We're talking about the fat ones. Okay. There's many different variations. Even though they seem the same on the outside, they're very different on the inside usually. You know, different variations, different unique combinations of parts and everything like that. But this one has 3 attributing factors for what makes it heat up much more than the other ones. One of them, the heatsink that it has on the CPU, is thicker, but it's only one heatsink. It's right underneath the disk drive. It looks like it's literally touching it. So it's really hard for the air or the heat to be able to escape anywhere. And the newer fat Xbox 360s, they have a heatsink, you know, underneath it, but it's thinner and it's built better and has a heat pipe going out with a heat sink attached to that, so it has more heat going out to that, so it's not as trapped, and because it's thinner, it could escape more and everything like that, so it's really great. And the heat sink for the GPU, or that's the GPU heat sink that I've been talking about, sorry about that for the mix-up, and the CPU one is much bigger, and it's just much better quality, you know, and it's 3-prong, you know, it uses more wattage and everything like that, and the fan on it is really quiet, but it does not push very much air at all, next to none, it seems like. But anyways, I guess you could say I'm just having too much issues. I've ran out of supplies, you know. I might try to repair it again, but this one's just a really hard system to repair and everything like that. And also, I had a customer recently talk to me about, you know, web design, my web design ad, but she wanted me to help her with her banner for her YouTube channel. So I found that to be very unique, and I'm going to try to help her as much as possible. And I'm actually quite excited. It's going to be a fashion, makeup, and that kind of stuff. But I'm actually very excited to be helping her because, you know, just seeing that I have experience in YouTube and I can help her get started, you know, that's going to be really, really great. And I hope I might actually put that up on my ad so then more people actually know about that. And at least I'll know a local YouTuber. That's awesome. I mean, when is that not awesome? Knowing one that lives in your state. And I know one of you guys has Chris Perlo live in your neighborhood, or at least by you, so you're lucky. But yeah, so things are going pretty good, picking up the pace, trying to get back to making videos and getting work and everything, and trying to refocus things because on my video, or through the Xbox 360 repairs and everything like that, you know, I'm just going to try to drop this system and try to repair more stuff and get more other work done instead of concentrating too much on this one. So I'm just refocusing, and things are going good, and I'm really excited, you know, and yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much it for today, guys. You know, it's time running out. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching, and I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.